WiSay family, welcome back to the carpool.
Carpool Candid Talks.
That's not bad, babes.
That's not bad.
That's not a bad show.
Wow.
Carpool conversation.
Candid conversation.
Carpool candid conversations.
Listen to that
Wow.
alliteration.
I know.
Yeah.
Carpool black and white conversation. You get it? Because I'm black, you white.
I mean, today we could say carpool cultural conversations.
Right, yeah. What WiSay family, you get it. Obviously, we don't have the name down yet, okay? So that's why we need you guys' help. Comment down below. What do you call this section of our video? So if you do not know, if this is your first time watching these kind of videos, we decided a video ago that we're going to be doing these.
We've done one so far.
These sections of things that we're going to be talking about, controversial things that happen in our lives, and we just want to sit in the car and talk to you guys about it. So we need a name for it though, so comment down below, let us know if you have any ideas.
I just realized I have my seatbelt on again.
Of course you do. We ain't going nowhere. She was hinting to trying to get caribou.
Well, I was
ain't
just
nobody
thinking
trying
that,
to buy a $10 drink.
We were trying to, get something to sip on while we're talking, quench the thirst.
You can
because these conversations can get pretty spicy.
Well, WiSay family, welcome back to another video. Now, we want to thank, do you want to pull that up real quick?
Today's video is one of your ideas.
Yes.
So it was from MB.
Yes.
We'll put the comment up here. But they MB said we want you to talk. Hold on, sorry, I can't read. Want you guys to talk about challenges you face as a couple from different cultures and race, and how it has affected your relationship if it does.
Absolutely.
I'm going to start off by saying yes. Yes, it does affect our relationship.
But WiSay family, now the way we're setting this up, right? If you have any topics or any things that you want us to talk about, again, comment down below and list those topics down in the comments. We will definitely talk about it if we feel it is appropriate, if it actually affects us, or if we have opinions about it, okay?
Yes.
Now, WiSay family, let's dive right in, okay?
Should we also do our little caveat of these are our opinions, this is our life, our experiences,
right.
So not everything is going to, yada, yada, yada,
Exactly.
yada, yada.
You might not agree with them, and that's okay.
Yes.
But these are just our experiences, all right? Now, WiSay family, race, and some of the things, it's obvious, right? She's white, pasty white.
Pasty. Y'all
like
see,
this shirt white.
Come on. I mean, the camera's doing me a little dirty right now. I think I got a little more color than that. Maybe.
And I'm black, chocolate brown.
Chocolate brown.
The chocolate that you like to eat type brown. See how I said all the bad stuff about you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. All right, WiSay family. So obviously there's a difference there, right? Not the color of our skin, but just our cultures and how people see us. Now the question is, does our race and culture come into our relation? Does it play a part? Absolutely. And Tiffany already said that it does. And I think, Tiffany, you have a list of a couple of things you want to talk about. You want to start talking about those and we can dig into them?
Yeah, I think maybe we can start off with one of the first things that we encountered when we started dating each other, and that is not truly being able to understand where each other are coming from, or our points of view. For example, I, as a white woman in America, will never ever be able to say I understand his experiences.
As a black man,
As a black man, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a massive part of our relationship, and we have had conversations and even gotten into arguments and fights about it's more so been on me, not truly you're telling me something and that I'm just not understanding where you're coming from.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I remember there's this one time, I don't remember this specifically what we were fighting about, what the situation was. Yeah. But I remember there's this one time with everything, right? Everything else that was going on in the world, and somebody had said something to me, and that was racially insensitive, and I mentioned it to Tiffany, and I think obviously she wasn't coming for me in a bad way. It's just that she does this thing where she tries to think about situations in a very holistic way. So meaning that, what if this person wasn't meaning this way? but she forgets that it's my experience, right? I'm telling her this is how this affected me based on what this person said or do, but she always goes back to, well, maybe they meant this. No, the intention is there, but the impact might be different.
Yeah.
The person might have intended to be good, but the impact to me was bad. And I was explaining that to her. She didn't get it. And I remember there's this one time I even stormed out. I was like, you know what, forget it. And I left. But again, I knew that she wasn't a bad person. If it was in a situation where she was just shutting my thoughts and my feelings down in the drain, then of course that's a different conversation, right? But she was listening to me. It's just that she couldn't understand where I was coming from. And that's what we say sometimes, just because of their experiences, just because of who we are as people, her being a white woman and me being a black man in America, it's just tough for her to understand things that I deal with mostly on a daily basis, right? So that's one thing. So, I mean, looking back now, what do you think is different with you now, when, especially with everything that's going, because we talk about things like that a lot.
Yeah.
When things go down in the news, black men are getting shot every day by the cops, and every time I talk to her about it, to me it seems like she's understanding now. I mean, there's always a lot to learn, but what do you think you've done that is making you a little understanding now?
I think so. Like that whole conversation happened very early on in our relationship.
Yep.
It was probably like a couple of months.
Yeah. Damn, she must have been doing something good for me to stick around, people.
And it, again, like he did a really great job of clarifying. Like I wasn't coming from a place of, oh, you're probably wrong.
Right.
I just have this horrible tendency. I always say, like, I play the devil's advocate and try to like think about everybody's thoughts in that, even though like I'm not clairvoyant, I don't know what is going through people's minds, so I have tried to stop doing that.
Clairvoyant, that's a big word. What does that mean?
It means I can like see the future, or like see things that people aren't saying.
I'm sure you were watching until you weren't sure.
Sorry, anyways, so I think I've definitely dialed back. If you come to me and you share your experience with me, it doesn't matter like my thoughts and opinions on it. You're coming to me because you are, like, I understand now that you're coming to me because you need to tell me something, you need to vent about something. Right. And my job isn't to fix the problem or to try to, like, tell you. I don't think I ever told you that you're wrong.
No. They just
but
tell me that,
maybe they didn't mean it like that.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm just here to listen and to, I keep using the word to try to understand when, like, I will 100% say that I'm the type of person, I believe that you could be in the same room and experience something at the exact same time as somebody else, and you still will not have experienced exactly what they experienced. Like, you can never truly understand what somebody has been through, and like,
unless you've been through it, unless you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
So I now really, really try hard to just put all of my thoughts and theories and whatever behind me, because that's not what you're asking me to do.
Right, absolutely.
And I learned that very quickly.
Yeah, and I think what I've seen that you do a good job at is, whether or not I'm wrong or right, you got my back, right? So if I come to you and say, hey babes, this person said this and this is what I'm feeling, I don't think you care so much about what their person's intentions were. It's just the fact that this person made you feel this way, and that's all that should matter. And this would be an advice to everyone that is watching this. You know, like, whenever you got somebody important to you to come into whatever issue there is, you gotta let the person know you got their back, whatever they're wrong or right. That's what you're there for. But great, I think we should segue to something else. You got something else on the list that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. Next topic. Hopefully we aren't burning any bridges here.
What?
We don't need to name names.
Oh no, of course not.
Disapproving family and friends, or like people in our lives. We have both experienced.
Yeah.
I guess the best way to put it is there are certain people in my life and certain people in Sesay's life that we will never get to know.
Right.
Because.
Yeah, like just No, there's no need. And I think I shared a little bit. One, definitely when I first started dating, it was like a year. I never introduced her to my mom or my dad, right? And not that my parents are bad people. It's just that it's very foreign for me as a black African man to be with a white woman. It's just not something that, it's not encouraged. Let's just say that it's not encouraged, right? And there's so many reasons for that. Obviously, with everything else that's going on in the world, right? And my mom is very, very. She learns from mistakes. She learns from others' mistakes. She listens. She's very observant like that. So I think when I finally came around introducing Tiffany to her, like all the time, advising, hey, be careful, you're with a white woman, you know how the world is, you know how America is. If anything happens, you probably get the bad end of that stick, right? And it's true. It's just that reality. And if you choose not to acknowledge that, then you're setting yourself for failure, right? So all of that, it's not because I didn't want to introduce her. It's just because I was so terrified of how she will be received. But to my surprise, especially my mom, she loves her now. She really does. And
to your surprise?
she's still I mean, no, yeah, I'm surprised because
well, no, I know
the experiences that she's had and how she's been talking to us about who we should be dating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A white woman was never on top of that list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just wasn't. So that's why I was surprised. And to me, it shows a lot about who you are as a person, right? And to me, that's why I think it matters doesn't matter the skin color, but who the person is, right? And with my dad on the other, I'm very religious, right? So I don't necessarily he bothered so much about the skin color, more so of her religion, that we shouldn't be together unless we're married, that type of thing, or she should be converting. But of course, I'm becoming my own person. Wouldn't consider myself very religious. But yeah, I don't necessarily people that we straight up be like, yeah, this person would talk crazy to my girlfriend. I would not introduce them to Tiffany, and I think it's the same for you.
Yeah, I think I never really had the issue of like I don't want to introduce you to my parents because of X, Y, and Z. But I know, again, like I feel like I don't need to caveat this, but like my mom and dad are also great people. They're very loving, very kind, but they also, my mom in particular, how do I put this without making her sound
Shelly,
bad?
just listen closely.
Shelly, I love you.
Listen closely. Yeah. She about to say some stuff.
I think that we grew up in a really small white town.
Right, yeah.
And when you grow up in an area where you're not experiencing other people's cultures, or you're not exposed to certain things, it can be hard to...
for sure.
Especially looking through the lens of a mother, like looking at your daughter. She had concerns. She didn't know anything about WiSay or his family. Right?
Other than I was extremely handsome, but that was it.
And even though, like, WiSay's an amazing person, she had her concerns in terms of, like, who am I spending my time with?
Yeah,
and
as it should be, right?
I can't necessarily say that it wasn't partially due to the fact that you were Muslim.
Oh, no,
partially
for sure,
due to the fact that you were Sierra Leonean. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh.
And because growing up there was a lot of Islamophobia and things. I can attest to that. Mm-hmm. And when you, like I said, when you grow up in that, it's hard to have a different mindset.
Yeah. So moving on.
Yeah.
Next topic. Damn, this is getting intense.
I love you, Mom. I'm like, please don't hate on my mom. Like, I don't know how to. Did I put that right?
I think you did a good job.
Okay. All right.
Other than calling your mom racist.
I did not.
I'm just kidding.
So next we can talk about negative comments from like outsiders, social media. Like, we put ourselves out on the internet.
Yeah.
And we have received a lot of negativity.
It was tough at first.
Oh yeah. I think we've definitely gotten thicker skin now.
Right.
But I remember we would be like scrolling, like replying to people's comments, like, oh, thank you so much, and then all of a sudden we would see like WiSay, you're a race traitor, or Tiffany, you're a race traitor.
Yeah.
And like,
and even specifically that website where you want to talk about that?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't remember how long ago this was now, but I think it was during COVID times, wasn't it? So like 2020, somebody created a website that linked interracial, like specifically women who were dating black men. Yeah. And I think majority of it were white women. I don't know, like I didn't do any super like hardcore investigation. Anyway, that doesn't matter. It was for interracial couples, specifically a woman dating a black man. Yeah. And it was just basically they had all of my social medias linked and a bunch of other women, so our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and they were talking about us being I don't want to use the term, but just basically like us being race traders and like warning men about us. And
making very generalization references to she would become a single mother very soon. Yeah. Or those things. It's just and that's why I say that's where you cross the line, not just having prejudices about a certain group of people. Once you start acting and saying these things, you are a racist. That's just what it is.
And I think like the scariest, like most terrifying part of this too was they even had a page where they had women who had been murdered or abused by their partner, and they weeded out and found stories of these murders and abuse when it just so happened to be that the man was African American, and they called that the toll paid page. And we would be getting comments like, I can't wait until she pays her toll, and if you're not familiar with that turn of phrase, it just basically means like you get what's coming to you. So it's just like
it's sad. It really is. But let's transition to the last topic. Our kids.
Yes.
This is definitely, because all of these things we've been talking about, we've dealt with and moved on from. But this is new territory, okay?
We continue to deal with them, but we are better. We're more well versed in how to.
Yeah, exactly. But this is gonna be new territory, right? Obviously, I would think our baby is gonna be a mocha baby, right? Black and white. Hopefully, if my baby comes out white, Tiffany did something wrong. Okay?
Or your genes just aren't as strong as you think they are.
No. If she messed around and come with the white baby, we got some problems, all right? But basically, our kids are going to be mixed, right? And how our kids are going to navigate this world of where we have never lived, right? We've never lived in a path where they don't really belong. You know, and that's just the reality of things, right?
In society,
right? They're really, are they white? Are they black? What is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like walking between two worlds.
That's gonna be tough, right? And the only reference we have is the fact that I'm solely a black man, an African American, and I have those experiences, and those experiences are things I will have to pass along to my kid, right? And same with her as a white woman, but there's not really. You know what I mean? Where that mixture comes in, we don't have those experiences. We don't. And of course, as time goes, we're going to learn, but that's something that not necessarily terrifies us. But
I think it terrifies us.
Yeah, I'd say so. I was trying to not make it sound really bad, but
I mean, we're taking this we're taking this very seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't have firsthand experience with like having an interracial child of my own, obviously, or biracial. But I have family members who are biracial, and I've seen how hard it can be on them to like not really truly understand where they come from or who they are. And I do not want that to be my child's experience. And I'm terrified that will be my child's experience.
I'll bring him to Africa.
Yeah.
Bring him there, give him a month, and be like, yeah, you're going to take a week, man. And let it be like 2-3 months later.
2-3 months later.
But no, I mean, of course, we'll live and learn, right? Yeah. I'm sure when that time comes, we have resources. We have people to reach out to. We have, in her case, books to read. Okay, I ain't reading no goddamn book.
Well, I've actually been like trying to they have programs out there too.
Yeah.
I found programs where they have they're like teaching white women how to care for their biracial child's hair and skin and things like that, because it's just like, I mean, it's not something that I've had to deal with or do, so
if it's a boy, I'm good.
You're good?
I just do the sponge, twist them up on this.
Have you seen your hair, man?
I just haven't had a cut in a minute.
I'm kidding.
Jesus.
I'm kidding, baby.
I'm good with my hair, okay? Well, WiSay family, that's some of the things that we've experienced just because of the fact that Stephanie is white and I'm black. And these are not necessarily, we are grateful for these experiences, okay? We don't want to change nothing, because these are the things that make us who we are. These are the things that we look forward to in our relationship, because it gives us an opportunity to learn from each other, an opportunity to grow, right? Because if these things don't happen, I mean, yeah, it would have been easy for me to be with a black woman, and I'm sure she would have been easier to be with a white man as well. It would have been easy. She wouldn't have to have conversations about, oh, babes, be careful when you get pulled over by the police if she was with a white man. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. But again, it's almost a blessing, because we talk about these things. We're more aware of these things. So if somebody else out there and talking to us about their experiences, we can sympathize. We can understand, even if a little bit of where they're coming from. All right.
And I don't think we wouldn't be the people that we are without the conversations and experiences that we've had to share.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can honestly say we've been able to build a very strong foundation to our relationship because of these adversities that we've had to experience.
Absolutely.
And I think that we're both very good at listening and trying. Sometimes we can be better at listening, of course, but that is something we continuously work on every single day. And so like Sesay said, I wouldn't change anything by any means. These things do affect our relationship, but we just come out stronger because of them.
Right. Now, with that being said, WiSay family, again, thank you so much. If you watched the video all the way through, because we know it's very long, thank you. Comment down below red.
Red?
Yeah, it shows that you watched it all the way
through. Red, okay.
I see how many people do that.
Yeah.
MB, thank you so much for the comment. And again, WiSay fam, do not forget, if you want us to talk about topics, comment down below. And of course, subscribe if you have not. Turn that push notification bell too, so you'll be notified every time we post a new video.
Make sure that you like the video now if you haven't liked it already, because I feel like this was a great conversation.
It was very insightful.
Yes.
One could say very intellectual as well. All right, with that being said, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. We love you all. Now we're gonna go practice having babies. See you later. Bye bye.